Are you ready for Q&A time with the coach? It's me, Life Coach Jessica. Let's go. Hi, so today's coaching tip question comes from Boston, and it is actually a business coaching question. So thank you, Boston, and I'm excited to be able to talk about some of the business coaching aspects of the work that I do. But today's question is, how do you keep a pulse on your business? So what that means is really kind of knowing the ebbs and flow of your business, understanding the real-time kind of analysis and aspects to what is happening in your business. So that is what this question is today. So it's kind of a two-part answer. So the first one is to have data components. So the best way to truly understand the accuracy of the pulse, so the ebbs and flows, the ins and outs of your business, is to have data components that support this. Now, most businesses will have a financial data component, client or customer demographic component, whether you're tracking products or services. Those are common data components as well. But each business has its own unique kind of thump of the pulse. And I do think as a business coach that it is really important for you to understand and identify all of the data aspects that are essential to keeping your business running and moving and driving in the direction of your goals and dreams. So if there are social media aspects or marketing aspects or internal department aspects that are driving and contributing to the inner workings of your business, then those are things that you also need to find a way to have a data component around. There are a number of tools and resources that can help you kind of hub that into an area, and often creating some of your own. I mean, especially small businesses that don't have the corporate infrastructure, finding your own unique way of collecting the data and connecting that data to the true pulse and accuracy of what the numbers tell you about your business. So I guess that's the key. I forget where I heard it, but I read something or heard something that said the numbers tell the story. So that is so true. As much as, especially small, medium-sized businesses or even large businesses that were started from the ground up, there's such an extension of yourself in those businesses, which is a beautiful part of it, but it absolutely can skew the accuracy of the numbers, which affects our interpretation of where our data is at, and that absolutely impacts the choices that we make, either a perception of what we think is happening with our pulse or the actual accuracy of what the data is telling us has a direct effect on the choices that we make. So I do think that it is just an essential piece of every business framework, and ideally you're getting that set before business is really up and running, because it is difficult and time consuming or not as cost effective to go back in and have to fix it. But either way, wherever you are in your business framework, data has to be a part of your business plan, your business model, and your business makeup. And the important part is just identifying the key areas where you need to track that data, and that is connected to the pulse, the actual movings and ebbs and flows and the direct interaction that makes your business grow, move, and gravitate towards the direction of your goals and dreams. So that's the one piece. And I told you there's a two-part answer to this. So the second is to have some framework of meetings. Meetings both to analyze and discuss the data, and meetings also to make adjustments or move more aggressively or pull back in an area based on the pulse and the data analysis from that collection to see where the pulse of the company is. So as a business coach, I always recommend, I don't care if you're a one-stop shop business owner, you are everything behind your business model, you still need to hold a meeting with yourself to look at your goals, to look at the pulse, the data information, and to decide, okay, in this next set framework, this next quarter, this next month, this next week, this is what I'm going to do to either redirect the direction of the data because I don't like the way the pulse is going, or to capitalize on what I'm seeing in the data analysis, or recognizing that I need to make maybe some business decision changes, in connection to what I'm seeing in the data. And the reality is if you're not, one, keeping track of it, and two, sitting down and actually having a meeting where you're going back to your business plan, you're looking at that framework, and you're kind of comparing it to what the data is showing you, we can get lost off track, and our business can actually become something that runs us instead of us running our business. So I recommend monthly meetings. I recommend quarter frameworks, quarterly for brand or your kind of social presence review, quarterly for financials on top of that monthly component that you should be doing, just touching base on your taxes and things like that. Quarterly reviews of your business plan, because things do change. We grow and adapt as people. Our business grows and adapts in the same way and develops. So sometimes things that we initially wanted, we didn't even foresee being possible in the future. So it's things like that I think we really need to do to kind of track and understand and be connected to the story of the numbers. And that's a very interactive process. You can build it into something that I call machine. That's what I think of when I look at my business framework, is I definitely have machine aspects that, just like if I worked for a corporation or was employed by a company, there would be accountability measures, there would be machine aspects to what I'm doing to make sure that the whole thing continues to flow, and that if there's a hiccup or a challenge or anything like that, that it can be addressed before it becomes a fire or something that we can't correct or redirect. So create a machine for your business. Make sure you're having those accountability meetings, even if it is just within yourself, and track the data. That will tell you the pulse. That will accurately indicate where your business is at, how it is doing, how your efforts are measuring to the results, and all of those important factors that really create a strong foundation of a sustainable business. So I hope that you enjoyed that. I had a good time getting to put on the business coaching hat, and thank you, Boston, for the question. Until next time, bye.